Hello, I'm Katherine Ryan, and each week, two guests write me a dirty story, and I pick the naughty winner. Coming up this week...
Do you mind if when Harriet's doing her story, I sort of gently touch myself?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
What can I say? It's funny, but mainly hot.
A single bean.
God rest his sexy soul.
I got up at 5 and now I'm a winker.
You like shriek sometimes, like out of nowhere.
She rubs her big sweet package aggressively on a table nearby.
As I climbed into bed last night, a wave of sickness started to ride my body like a Majorcan yoga instructor circa 2009. Sweating and queasy, I lay in my own juices, feeling like a living corpse. What a disgusting little zombie I am. What a disgusting little zombie indeed. However, as I sweated through a fever dream so deeply that it got promoted to a wet one, thoughts of a dystopian society swamped my mind. In a deserted world, what if people aren't carrying jerry cans of petrol, but jerry cans of mango-flavored lube? What if a zombie sees you and decides not to eat your brains, but to eat something more delicious? What if the lack of power leads to orgies in the street, lit by nothing but a head torch and, a Joe Malone candle? I need to hear this story told in full. I called my nearest link to an abandoned world, my cousin in Hull, who tracked down the two grisliest writers she could find so that they could write me dirty. Hello, I'm Katherine Ryan, and I've got two guests to write me a dirty story, all in the hope of winning a pen. And this week, my two pervy pen pals are Lou Sanders and Harriet Kemsley. Hi, girls.
Hi.
It's so nice to see you.
I didn't realise about the pen. The stakes are a bit higher than I thought. That looks like a nice pen.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
a
great.
good
When I win it, I'll let you borrow it. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got to stop winking. I cannot stop winking today.
Wait, when did the winking begin?
It's this morning. I got up at 5 and now I'm a winker. I'm a little winker.
Do you think that it's the write me dirty brief that has awakened a sexual side of you?
I think so, because also I'm frigging off a lot as well. It's those two things in tandem.
Who have you winked at today thus far?
You, Harriet, Chris Moyles, they're the big three. Don't ask why Chris Moyles was there at 5 a.m. No.
How long have you two been friends before we get into the sexual element of the brief?
Yeah. How long would you say, Harriet?
I think a few years, really.
Where did you meet? On the circuit?
Yeah, and then we both love snowboarding, and so we've been snowboarding a few times.
Yeah.
How did that come
together.
up?
We just said, do you want to go snowboarding? And the other one was like, yeah, I think I do. And then we spent a few holidays together. We probably had like 3 or 4 holidays together, which I think does bond you.
Yeah, that is true.
And we're quite similar as well. I feel like we're quite similar.
Yeah, we've learned how to holiday together as well.
We have learned.
It's been a process.
Don't feed the bear, as the old phrase goes. We went to some mountain and there were bears, and I thought I could make friends with a bear. Oh, you'll know this. You're Canadian. And so I left some food on the windowsill, even though it said don't feed the bear. Overnight.
While we were in a cabin.
Because I kept picturing me sort of opening the blinds and then a bear would be there and I'd wave.
Are you both single at the moment?
Yeah,
And we
both single.
Both
And
had sex with the same man. Oh, shit, I wasn't supposed to say that. Not really.
Was it?
No, that was a joke. I was trying to be a laugh.
Wait, have we?
No, that was a joke.
I wonder if we have, because in the beginning of comedy, because when did you start? I met you, Lou, kind of when we started.
Yeah.
And then Harriet was on the scene shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
And then we were all single at that time. And do you remember how much fun it was? Like, people really were shagging.
Yeah.
It has
now-
changed.
It has changed.
Yeah.
Certainly changed for me. I don't think I did that much anyway. I think I'm all talk and no.
No, you've just always been good in that you don't shag comedians.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
find like real men in the world.
Yeah, I don't shag comedians, but I would make an exception for you and you. Okay?
Yeah. Yes. And what about you, Harriet? I know you have a podcast about being a single lady.
Yeah.
Called Single Ladies.
I think the whole point, though, is that we thought we'd get into it and everyone was like, oh, watch out because it's not going to run very long because you're going to find boyfriends. And it turns out it could run for years. We are very unsuccessful. I think most dating podcasts are kind of like confident daters who are giving like sex advice and stuff. And this is just all the pathetic women that are struggling.
Just an illustration of why you're single.
Yeah.
Which I think is the best way to be. And we're noticing a move towards single ladies realizing that there's no benefit to them being in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us have experienced that in our own lives. And
I would like a +1 for my mother's funeral.
okay, I'll go with you.
Thank you.
You know how I fancy your deceased stepdad. God rest his sexy soul.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Rest in power.
So would it be fair to assume, before we read your dirty stories, that the two of you would have pent-up sexual energy?
Yeah.
I did have sex last Friday.
Oh, nice.
Thank
Whoa.
you.
Wait a minute. When my husband met you at the party?
Yes, when your husband met you at the party. Quelle surprise.
I knew it. He didn't arrive home till midnight.
No, it wasn't actually last Friday. It was the Friday before.
Sure, Lou.
Yeah.
Backpedaling.
Do you think I'm going to have sex with a white supremacist?
Sometimes you don't know until it's too late.
That's true.
He's not explicitly racist. He's just from a small town.
Yeah.
Doesn't know very much about the world.
That's not what he said when he was on top of me.
He knows what you like. Okay, so you had sex, but it's not a relationship.
No.
Okay.
So, sorry, that's just a brag, I suppose.
I liked it. Because I know, Lou, I'm going to get a very hot story from you.
Well, we'll see, won't we? I feel like, Harriet, I have based this on you, but very much we're very similar. So don't be offended.
Yeah.
Don't be offended because, like, really, I might be writing about myself. So don't feel, you know what I mean?
Harriet, do you find your travel buddy / friend and colleague, Lou Sanders, sexually attractive?
I think she's so attractive, but I don't know if she's my type specifically.
I'm missing the big old wang face.
Yeah, she's quite loud.
Yeah. Do you like
loud?
Do you like quiet? Do you like it quiet?
I don't. I just feel like I think that like having sex with you, it would be quite like a loud experience.
Yeah.
'Cause you like shriek sometimes, like out of nowhere. Also, you have like quite a lot of stamina, I imagine, and I imagine you'd want to try like on roller skates or like, you know, like it would be a lot of different positions and a lot of different things, and I just think it would be quite tiring.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that fair, Lou, or Harriet, are you basing it mostly on the snowboarding?
Yeah.
No, I like a connection.
Yeah.
So I think I wouldn't try it on roller skates. I'm actually a bit more traditional than you might think.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was surprised
I like
by
the
that.
connection.
But when it finishes, are you like, let's go again, let's get going?
I put my cigar in.
Yeah.
I light up and I just kick back.
Lou, do you find Harriet sexually attractive?
Yes.
In what way?
I don't find her sexually attractive because I wish I went for women. I wish I did. I really do.
You say the idea of having sex with me would be disgusting.
No, I think you're absolutely stunning. I think you're knockout. I've told you about your honey glow before, and that's on the face.
She does have a honey glow.
She's got a honey glow. She's got lovely skin. I think you're very charismatic. When I watch you on telly and in real life, I think I absolutely love that girl. I think I love you, but it's a purer love than sort of wanting to finger
We're
blast you.
beyond sex.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if I did go for women, I wonder if you would be my type. Probably not, because we're too similar and you don't really want someone as similar as you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine the clumsiness if we slept with each other? You'd have a broken nose, I'd have a black eye. It'd be a disaster.
You'd spend all the money on crystals.
Yeah.
There'd be nothing left for the gas bill.
I think I would have to go for a lady who was very different to me, maybe.
So then was it a challenge conjuring up imagery, fantasies, like sexual language for this assignment?
No. Because I've got a very good imagination.
Harriet, do you have any sexual fantasies that you'd like to tell us about?
At the moment, it's just like somebody bringing me a cup of tea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like being able to lie still and someone brings me a snack. Like it's very like prudish and pathetic. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
That's it, I think.
It's nice to have your head stroked, isn't it?
Oh, I'd love to have
And
my
they
head
don't
straight.
pop it in the mouth when they're doing it.
No.
Come on, a bit of respect. Well, there's plenty of time for that, but just do stroke my head like a princess.
Without popping their dick in your mouth.
Yeah, just for a second.
Yeah.
I'm trying to speak.
That's why they're doing it.
Lou and Harriet, you have been tasked with writing a dirty story about one another. And in the story, I would like to see a setting, a character, and a prop. It must be set in an apocalyptic world and feature a zombie. The dirty tale must include a head torch and some canned food.
Do you mind if when Harriet's doing her story, I sort of gently touch myself?
I wouldn't have it any other way. We'll score you points.
Okay, great.
Definitely. I'll be judging your stories, and the winner gets a Write Me Dirty pen and a place of privilege on my bookshelf. Consent in the Write Me Dirty library is very important, so I will hand it over to you to decide who goes first in reading their tale.
I don't mind. You choose.
I don't mind.
No, honestly.
I don't mind after you. Do you want to go first?
Yes.
Okay, you go first.
Okay.
Lou, what's the name of your story, please?
Waiting in the Wings, brackets, of love, close brackets.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds classy.
It's not. Harriet was getting on a plane. To save some money for checking in a big bag, she was wearing her crash helmet and 3 jackets. And the look was hot, boiling hot.
Is that allowed?
With that bit's based on a true story where Harriet
yeah, she said my bag was too big, and so I put my helmet on my head, and then I said I just wear this sometimes, and she couldn't prove that I didn't.
Because you're clumsy, and you're like, you don't know my life.
Yeah,
because you got dyspraxia.
Yeah. So I was like, I have to wear the helmet to be safe, and then
Yeah.
she got so overwhelmed, she just said, just
and
go
then
through.
and then everyone was watching you sort of crawl around, and one girl, I think I've got a photo of you in the crash video of you like that in the crash helmet, and one girl sort of going like that at you, and it's lovely to see.
Is this during one of your snowboarding trips?
Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Crawling around the departure lounge, she had a head torch on and kept saying she was a diving instructor, winking and then trying to bury her head in everyone's laps.
Yeah.
That is also based on reality.
No.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh.
She was wearing a T-shirt saying "Gynae Doctor" and whatever the boys' equivalent is.
Have you thought about that for merch?
Yeah,
Lou?
that should be merch.
That is quite good,
Lou's
actually.
got
Isn't it?
great merch.
Yes,
Dick
these are the
Inspector was one of my favorite.
Make Me Wet, that's really good.
Make Me Wet tea towel.
Yeah.
All sorts. Take you back to the T-shirt.
Yes, please.
She'd made it herself with a Crayola set she got last Easter as a cheer-up present because the ear infection had come back with a vengeance. She wanted to ask people to smell her ear just to check it was completely gone, but she'd been told off about that before.
Is this a true story as well? Because it sounds very Harriet.
True. I do get ear infections if I go underwater.
So far, I'm not sure how sexy it is to have a smelly ear infection.
No, well, something for everyone.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Suddenly, a strapping, handsome man walks past.
Whoa.
He's just her type. He looks incompetent and slow.
That is her type.
All of Harriet's blood has rushed to her clitoral hood and surrounding areas. You tell me if it's not hot now. She rubs her big sweet package aggressively on a table nearby.
Wow.
I think I've got a career in this, actually.
Wait a minute. So what I love about you, Lou, is you're so informed, especially on like women's issues. And I don't think we know enough about our own bodies. So is it true that when you are aroused, blood rushes to the clitoral hood?
No, it's probably the clitoris, but I just wanted to get clitoral hood in there.
Yeah, Harriet's maybe goes to the hood.
If I can get you back to the sexiness of this story. She rubs her big sweet package aggressively on a nearby table. New idea from our horny hero. Harriet starts crawling under tables and staring people out with her bright head torch squeezed tightly on her head, eyes bulging. And that's not all. Tongue was too. An allergic reaction to a hazelnut swirl she'd had at 6 a.m.
No.
Now on all fours, crawling through the departure lounge, she heaves herself up, tongue on chin, arms on tits, daring.
I'm not human in this.
Yeah, tongue on chin, arms on tits, daring passengers to get an examination from the love doctor.
Oh, because of course, gynae specialist is on the shirt.
Wait, is it because I'm having an anaphylactic
No,
shock?
you're over that now.
Okay, great.
You've had the EpiPen.
Yeah, the EpiPen, great.
No one budges. A shy bunch, she tells herself. Political correctness gone mad. Okay, she's going to have to turn up the heat a bit. She puts on Melanie C's new album, takes off her crash helmet and starts passing her tuppence in time to Mel C's underrated tune, I Want Candy.
My tuppence is hungry for candy.
That's a nice line for you.
Thank you.
Anyone who's brave enough to look at her is rewarded with a locked jaw and a dead-eyed stare. Psychos are back, she tells herself loudly.
Wow.
Suddenly, the Spotify adverts come on. Harriet races to her phone to turn off the McDonald's banking advert. But something even bigger than Mackie D's taking over the banking world spaffs out into the airwaves.
Oh.
The plane would not be departing due to an apocalypse. Okay, babe. Bloody Wizz Air and their flimsy excuses. Everyone starts moaning. They have to get back for things, jobs, babysitters, a long-planned love affair in the Algarve. The stressed-out airport workers trying to stay calm. I'm sorry, sir, this is an apocalypse and there's very little we can do. We don't have a handbook on how to deal with zombies, okay? People scoffed. Well, they hadn't seen any zombies. And weren't they going to be safer in the sky anyhow? Come on, Wizz Air, use your loaf. I combined anyway and anyhow there. The airport staff said they were waiting for Keir Starmer to tell them what to do because he was the leader, so he might hear something from the ham-fisted king if the king was still alive. Long shot by the time this airs. No, good luck.
I mean, I feel like, is there a political metaphor that I'm missing here? Is the apocalypse?
No, but it's just that we put our power into like some silly boy that's got a suit on, and then he's waiting for another silly boy, the king, to tell him what to do. Right. It's so stupid, and the world is dying. There's an environmental sort of equivalent, lean. I don't know,
and that is hot.
Yeah, and that is hot. It's light and shade. It can't all be bang, bang, bang.
It was really hot. And now a serious moment.
And then back to the hotness in a minute. Because you can't be sort of, banging your drum the whole time if you get the euphemism. Okay. Unfortunately, this fraught chat was caught short when a funny-looking 7-foot-tall green monster came in and started a bloodbath, killing all and sundry, with very little empathy, I must say. This isn't the hot bit. Harriet looked at the monster aghast. But she did not stop dancing to her modern pop music. Such is the training given at Maidstone School of Dance and Drama. She would never quit mid-song. Not now, not ever. You can take our bodies, zombies, but you cannot take our culture, she thought as she slapped her ass to Robin Thicke.
And did you really go to Maidstone?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm not dance trained in any way.
Right.
I did try, but she said I couldn't continue.
She was giving it everything she had, and she was locking eyes with the friendliest of zombies, Patrick. Now, here's where things might hot up a bit.
Oh.
It said that on his name badge, but she wasn't 100% sure she could trust them. But Patrick did seem different, not like the other monsters. Maybe he'd been raised by his gran or another spare woman. Or maybe Patrick had a therapist or worked in horticulture. She didn't know. He just seemed softer. She was halfway through a can of beans, because last time I checked, you could eat and dance.
Harriet's doing it all in this story.
I know. And this particular zombie, Patrick, was, it's fair to say, absolutely mesmerised. Harriet could tell that finally she had the audience she craved. No, deserved.
Yeah.
This little lass from Kent started to writhe and wriggle as she channeled her inner Meghan Markle to put on the most passionate of shows for Patrick. Patrick sat down on the cold metal chairs and reached for his dick through his heart.
Whoa.
Both were present and both were throbbing and red as a dodo.
It's gone to a horror genre.
Yes, because
because
I was asked to include the apocalypse, a monster, a can of beans, and something else that's not that sexy.
But reaching to one's dick through their heart. I mean,
I want both.
It's really special to write like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And not everyone's doing it. Harriet shed a single tear and the monster came and licked it. Without saying a word, their bodies knew what to do.
Whoa.
Each fed one another a single bean at the same time. Not a euphemism. Crying and folding into each other's skin and fur, laughing now, dizzy with lust and passion, an inquisition for each other's bodies and souls that was unbridled passion as they lay on the floor in Heathrow Terminal 2 and rolled around in a greedy lust that only a zombie could muster inside of a girl who had back in the day slept with 3 middle-tier comedians in this back of regional art centres. Things couldn't get any better and everyone else was dead. So it dawned on her that she might have to repopulate society single-handedly with her new migrant partner. Okay, she thought, looking at her womb. Come on, girl. Eggs a go-go. We can do this. Just as everything was starting to make sense to her on a spiritual level about her fate and her path and the moments which had led to this, Lou Sanders climbed out of the zombie outfit and shouted, "Prank! Pranked you, nearly bloody wanked you." But wait, this feeling had been real, hadn't it? Had it taken a monster costume and some silly slippers to shine a light on what had been there all along? ...
Wow. So you do have sex.
That was beautiful. You'd made me nervous because when you said I'm going to go in really hard, I was like, oh my God, like, what are you going to say? But that was all accurate. You can picture it all. Yeah.
It had
Lovely.
it all, didn't it?
Yeah, moving.
Yeah.
Sexy.
It was moving at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What bits did you find the sexiest, Harriet?
I think the image that will stick with me forever is me rubbing myself on the table. Yeah, that's something. Am I wearing a helmet and a head torch at that moment?
I think yes.
Yeah. Great.
Because if you were rubbing your big meat package on the side of a table and you didn't have your helmet on, who's to know what might happen?
Well, so much went on in this story, Lou. Harriet, I think Lou has obviously, well, you're good friends. Lou knows a lot about you, but she's done a lot of research as well into the specificities of, your allergies, drawn from real life events, painted a wild picture of you. But I think the message is there's someone out there for everyone.
Yes. If I was a man and I met Harriet, I'd be cock-a-hoop with myself. I would. I really would. Like, what a gift.
And men are, monsters in disguise sometimes.
Exactly. Well, there's a lot of layers.
Well, this is actually a very good, a lot of layers to that. Yeah.
But I do think you're wife material.
Oh,
I really do. Ow.
I've done that and it proved I wasn't. But
yes.
Well, were you a good wife?
Yeah, for a period.
And you completed it.
Yeah. Done.
You were so good that, it takes some people.
You're cracking divorce material as well.
Harriet, are you ready to share your dirty story? What is the name of your story, please?
Okay, so the story is called Luli and Her Lovely Labia.
Oh, thank you.
Some alliteration.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I know you love talking about labia.
Well, I think it's important for society to know that they come in all different shapes and sizes. So I've done my bit. And that was a social political act, actually, not just filth. Thank you, Barbara, who left a comment on the internet.
Oh, Barbara. Please proceed.
Thank you. Our hero, little Luli Sanders, yawns a big yawn out of her big mouth and rolls over suggestively in bed, stretching out her lithe limbs and immediately falls to the ground. Bang! Straight on her face.
I did fall out of the bed the other week, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Just thought it was nice. It's like
you're a shock, actually.
You fall out of the bed asleep.
Yeah, but not my own bed. I think I was in a hotel, and no, I wasn't asleep. I just sort of fell out of the bed, and then I was on one bed in this hotel, and it had a stage. The bed was on a stage, and I thought, they've got my memo. And then every time I went to the toilet, I'd fall off the stage, and I was like, this is fucking ridiculous putting a bed on the stage. Anyway,
she whips out her phone to record a TikTok from the ground. I just fell on the floor, she says.
Always content.
A cat sits on her head. A cat just sat on my head, she says. What can I say? It's funny, but mainly hot. Lou suddenly remembers where she is. She's in the mountains on a snowboarding holiday. Oh. It's 5 a.m. Time to get ready. Only 4 hours till the lift's open.
Is this
That's
strong?
A private joke. Okay. Yeah. About Lou in the morning on holiday. Yeah.
Because we only get to go for 4 days at a time usually, I just don't want to waste any time. And then I get so annoyed when I'm waiting for people. But this holiday, I learnt to chill out, didn't I?
Yeah,
Day 2, I was a different person.
We learned. Yeah, we learned how to be.
And you're up at 5.
No, not 5, but I am sort of like, okay, we've had our fun. Let's get to the lift.
That's
there's an energy.
Yeah, there's an energy there. But I realise now that it made Harriet very nervous and it actually delayed things even more. So then I was like, do you know, I'm just going to chill out. And then we had a really good chat because Harriet goes really fast down the mountain. She's so fast. And I can keep up with her, but it's very stressful for me to keep up with her. And I prefer to do little jumps and like try and ride backwards and stuff like that, where she's like bombing it down. And I'm like, oh, this is quite stressful. Then I feel like she's got to wait for me. So I'm like, oh, we had a good chat and cleared the air. And if that's not sexy, I don't know what is. If communication's not sexy, I don't know what is.
Yeah, because we learned you want to enjoy the journey a bit more, and then that it was making me slower because then I was forgetting things because I felt panicked. Anyway, this all comes up in the story. Lou slides her elegant large feet into some knit socks and gathers her equipment, crucial for safety on the slopes, like her roller skating helmet.
Private joke. I think it's funny.
Private joke.
You're not allowed to wear a roller skating helmet to ski.
I was wearing a bike helmet.
The third time we went, we realised she was wearing a cycling helmet on the mountains.
It looked lovely, but it's not fit for purpose.
And they won't allow it.
And then I kept trying on the child's helmet, didn't I? Because I kept telling everyone I've got a very small head and no one would believe me.
She checks TikTok and comments on 13 men's vids. Send dick pics now. Boy, she is inundated. One of the dicks doesn't even look alive. That's weird. It doesn't bother her. She makes herself come to the dead dick.
Wow. Whoa.
She's a woman of the world. One dead dick isn't going to ruin her good time.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's very different.
You're my muse.
Thank you. And it's very different, actually.
Is this based on truth as well?
No, God, no. Oh, my God. Stop the rumours. That's not based on truth at all.
No. I don't know with you two.
The only good dick is an alive dick. I've always said that.
Have either of you slept with anyone who's dead now? Because I have.
Oh, who has since died?
Yeah, who has since died.
Not that
Makes
I know
me sound like a suspect.
You have. My stepdad, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying you did it, but very convenient. No, I have slept with someone who's dead, yeah.
Oh, it's weird, isn't it? Okay, go on.
By the time she has wielded through all the dick pics, 4 hours have passed and Harriet is trying to get ready, but it's hard under Lou's constant glare. Panic looks at the window and relaxed comments like, seriously, I'm really relaxed, said through her pursed, voluptuous, quivering, and can I say, angry lips. Eventually ready to go, Lou saunters sexily in her big, hard boots outside. They're immediately set upon by a pack of angry bears. How the fuck did all these bears get here? Harriet yells as one of them bites off her knee. Oh, that is weird. I did leave out some little treats for them in the night, Lou responds, but I did think they'd be happy about that. Have you thought about practicing gratitude, bears? I mean, they're clearly Sagittarius. Harriet wants to respond, but a bear has ravaged her vocal cord. Lou starts stomping towards the shop. Come on, Harriet, we've got to get going. Harriet pulls her disembodied arm out of an angry bear's jaw and pops it in her backpack. She'll deal with that later. There isn't time.
That's sexy.
Where were these bears that you guys
were? Oh, we didn't get any in the end. It's a bit like our love life, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's sad. They head down to the shop where Lou immediately loses her goggles. 1 hour passes. They go back to the flat. They look around the shop. They trawl through the snow. Finally, Lou finds them. They're in her bag. Ready to go, Lou strips naked outside the shop and applies sunscreen all over her body. She's going to be covered in her waterproof snowboarding outfit, but it's important to stay safe in the sun.
Oh, yes.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I do think that, Lou.
Thank you.
There we go.
Looks like you've just lost a few more points by not taking sun damage seriously.
It's good, I'm saying it's serious. And I say she makes sure she gets all of the crevices. She's not getting her anus burnt this time. Men cheer.
No, I'd love to bleach it in the sun.
Yeah. Surprised
the
Lou
only
has not
part
suffered
the only part I leave
anal
uncovered.
burns.
Thanks, boys, she says as she applies Factor 50 to her lovely labia.
Oh,
yes.
There it is.
Yes.
She takes her snowboard into the shop to get it waxed. A burly, rugged Frenchman puts the snowboard across his knee and strokes the wax up and down it. Lou watches. A little bit of saliva spools down her chin. Wish I was that snowboard, she laughs. But they both know she wasn't joking. She's never been more serious in her life. He picks Lou up and places her like a snowboard across his lap.
Ooh, that's hot.
He waxes her naked body up and down. You will go very fast, he says. He takes a toke on his cigarette and enters her slowly. But let's just say because of the wax, it doesn't stay slow for long.
Whoa.
Soon they're slipping and sliding all over the shop. They crash into the till. They slide down the stairs. The whole shop is destroyed. Lou pulls on her trousers and pops out the shop. Call you later, big boy, she hollers. He takes another puff on his cigarette and prepares himself for his next customer.
This must be a busy shop with what he's offering.
Yeah, well, the ladies.
It's full service.
Yeah. Lou strides outside the snowboard shop, a real spring in her step. Harriet's waiting outside. It has now been 3 hours since they left. Suddenly, there's a weird wail from the undead. Lou picks up her snowboard, turns round, accidentally thumping a zombie in the chest and knocking him out cold in the snow. That's weird, Lou says, but nothing's going to ruin my day. Lou struts towards the lifts. There's a bit of screaming in the background and the sky is suddenly black and red. Harriet says, do you think this is a good idea? It seems like there might be an apocalypse happening. And Lou says, but I really want to try my little jumpies. They get on the lift. It's so beautiful. They take big gulps of the refreshing mountain air when the lift suddenly stops and a stream of the undead start climbing up the lift pole. Lou laughs. I mean, if we can't get a boyfriend here, we can't get a boyfriend anywhere. They start to scream. They look for things they can throw at the undead. Lou opens up her backpack and it's full of little cans of oat milk. Thank God they don't cater for vegans in the mountains. They start lobbing the cans of oat milk at the zombies' heads. Suddenly the lights go off and they're pitched into darkness. Lou says, "Don't worry, I have a head torch," and gets it out and puts it on her head. "Come on, let's have a look at you," she laughs seductively. They look back like, "We're going to eat your fucking heads." She sees her snowboard waxer trying to get through and rescue them. He's fighting zombies left and right.
Oh, bless his
Some
heart.
of the zombies start to make love. "If you can't beat them, join them," Lou screams as she jumps from the lift, aiming for the snowboard waxer's arms. Unfortunately, she's forgot she's covered in wax, and her and Harriet land in the snow and start to build up speed. Whizzing down the mountains, her snowboard guy starts getting eaten by the zombies. "Lou, my goddess, help," he yells. But it's too late. They're at the bottom of the mountain, ready to get in their beds before another fun day on the mountain. Didn't like it that much anyway, Lou says, as she treats herself and comes to the zombie dick pic one more time.
Wow.
Lovely. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for truly seeing me.
What did you think, Lou?
I loved it, actually. I really did love it. I thought it was very flattering. The only thing I would say is, as mentioned, I wouldn't want a dead dick.
Was the zombie element difficult for you as vegans? Because, of course, zombies eat brains.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to marry one.
No, but shag one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It would be a bit too much for me. Like, I'm not very coordinated, and I don't think they have the coordination, maybe.
But you love a bad boy.
Harriet, I thought it was great that you really paid attention. Like Lou said, I think Lou was seen in that story. You drew from a lot of your own experiences. We got to learn that Lou likes to hit the slopes. I mean, nothing can stand in the way of Lou's ski holidays. Yeah. Not even the zombie takeover of her new French lover. Those stories were sexually charged. You're obviously good friends. You know each other well. I think that our listeners will be super turned on.
It's not chicklit, it's flicklit, isn't it? It's
get me a table.
Yeah.
Harriet and Lou, you're two of my very favorite comedians, and I feel honored to have had you in the Write Me Dirty library today. I enjoyed both of your stories so much. Harriet, dead dick pics. Not a genre that I had considered before. And, I'm picturing them. They would be maybe with more than the usual number of hole that we're used to. Kind of decaying, maybe some gangrene on the dicks. I've seen worse dick, I like the imagery of a mummified dead dick on a zombie who's sexually interested in pursuing me. You know what I mean? I also loved that Lou so well. It was a sexy image to be bent across a Frenchman's knee and waxed.
It was. It really was. I'll take that home with me, not the pen.
Lou is the snowboard. Lou loves snowboards. Lou is the snowboard.
That's what I say when I'm going down the slope. I'm at one with the snowboard.
With the snowboard. Lou, you guys are more similar than I even knew. It was hot from the start.
Yes.
I loved, Lou, that you came out with masturbating really early, and Harriet was doing it in different ways. I didn't have to wait for the crescendo of a climax. Harriet was turned on like from the jump. We had the apocalypse almost right away. There was a lot of metaphors. There was political talk, the ham-fisted king. You mentioned Keir Starmer, which slammed my vagina shut. I dried up faster than the Sahara Desert. But then I was back in, so there was light and shade.
A lot to think about, a lot to process.
We're going to be thinking about this for years to come.
Yes. Yeah.
The winner is... it's Lou Sanders. And that's for just one reason, Lou.
A worthy winner.
Yeah.
That's for just one reason, because they were both great stories, like I said. I really loved the reveal of the zombie being you inside. And so you and Harriet had that sexual union. And I'm very proud to present you with...
oh, thank you so much.
The Write Me Dirty pen.
Thank you so much. I genuinely really... I know ambition is vulgar, but I really did want to win this. didn't do 26 drafts of that for nothing.
Harriet,
you.
had you shagged Lou in your story at any point, I mean, that pen could have been yours. You did a great job.
Something to think about.
Do you have a winner's speech?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my dead dad.
Oh, yeah.
My mother, Harriet herself for the inspiration, my angels, Jesus, and the rest of the team.
You've got a great team behind you.
Thank you.
And I like to think that they were all looking down on you while you wrote this story.
Well, I channeled this from God.
Yeah.
So you tell me.
The bit about tapping the tuppence was nice.
Divine.
Yes. Thank you so much to my Write Me Dirty guests, Lou, Sanders, and Harriet Kemsley. Listening to Lou's story made my naughty zombie fantasies come to life. After my guests left, the winning book went to print, and I popped it on my gorgeous bookshelf. And for those at home, if this has inspired you to write your own dirty story, I'll leave you with this girthy tip. With supernatural characters, make sure to explore their human, emotional side to make the audience connect to them. Zombies have big hearts and can send dick pics too. That's all from me. Until next time, when 2 more guests will write me dirty. Oh, hello, man. Strong hands. Fingers kind of look like zombie dead dicks.